Joining me now to dig deeper into this and to discuss it and those sanctions is Senator Ben Cardin of Maryland, who serves there on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Senator Cardin, thank you for joining us here on ABC News Live.
Kenneth, it's good to be with you.
So, Senator, what do you make of this latest round of sanctions? Is this the right move?
Oh, absolutely. We have to continue to ratchet up the cost to Mr. Putin for this aggression and these atrocities that he has created. We need to continue to have unity with our European partners. The energy sector can still do a lot more as far as sanctions against Russia. We still have some gaps in the banking system, and the individual sanctions, we have to be able to enforce that and go after the shell corporations and enablers that allow these individuals who are sanctioned to make sure they can't get away with their wealth.
And Senator, we know the goal here, but how will this actually impact Russia's economy, and will it be enough to stop Putin?
We are basically isolating Russia. Mr. Putin cannot carry on his campaign without the resources gained through corruption. Corruption is the oligarch network that he has that allows the profits of the country to go into Mr. Putin's personal accounts that he used to prosecute these wars. So if we can eliminate that money going into these coffers, so we can stop the exporting of Russian products, if we can isolate how the oligarchs can use Western venues or Western banks, it puts a major hole in the ability of Mr. Putin to be able to continue to finance this aggression. So yes, it has a direct impact on bringing this war to an end, but it also penalizes those who otherwise are profiting from this type of campaign.
And speaking of those who are profiting, Senator, we know that you're actually holding a hearing in a few minutes about how to counter these oligarchs. So we really appreciate your time even more because we know you're working there on Capitol Hill. What more needs to be done here?
We are meeting with those who know the oligarchs best. We had a meeting already with Nicole Khodorkovsky, who, of course, served about 10 years in prison in Russia before he was able to get out of the country, who has been one of the major freedom fighters for the Russian people. Bill Browder will also be available this afternoon to go over his campaign in order to expose the corruption in Russia. So this hearing, I think, will be very helpful for us in making sure that we not only impose the sanctions, but they actually do impact Mr. Putin's ability to prosecute this war.
And Senator Cardin, as you know, Americans have seen some really horrible and tragic, just devastating images coming from that part of the world. We know that nearly 1,500 civilians that we know of have been killed so far, at least 165 of which are children. What needs to change here?
Well, first of all, Russia needs to remove its troops. Mr. Putin needs to end this. He never should have started it. And then secondly, those responsible for these atrocities have to be held accountable. We know that the Ukrainian prosecutors are documenting the war crime information. It's important for international organizations to assist in that and be prepared to hold Mr. Putin responsible as a war criminal and those who have prosecuted these atrocities. So it's important that we stop the war so we can save lives, but that we hold those responsible accountable so that maybe once, when we say never again, we mean never again.
In your view, is there hope for a negotiated peace deal anytime soon?
I think it's going to be very difficult to believe anything that Mr. Putin says. I think the circumstances of the Ukrainians being able to defend their country and turn the Russians back have had more to do with the opportunity for peace than anything else. I don't think Mr. Putin is sincere, but I think at the end of the day, the cost that he's paying will cause him to rethink his campaign and hopefully remove his troops.
Again, Senator Ben Cardin of Maryland, they're on the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. We know you have that hearing to get to, so we appreciate your time again. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.